And we got the red. Well, guys, if you're watching this right now, I'm actually behind the wheel. Right now, my phone's in my lap, and I'm coming back from my girlfriend's and going to my house. I gotta shave. Yes, I'm due. Crucify. And I'm basically just gonna shave, shower, and see if I can write a little bit before I pack it in, because right now it's 7:30 and I'm usually winding down at 9 o'clock now because of the gig. I work about 5:30 or so. But 9 turns into 10, 5:30 turns into 6. It all kind of works itself out, but you just try to set up the routine. But anyways, I usually come up with a lot of writing stuff and a lot of good thoughts when I'm on a routine drive like this. It's 12 and a half miles, and maybe maybe not even 2 miles. I just hit play or hit record, whatever. I've been kind of thinking about as far as writing ideas go, cosplaying, going to conventions, that sort of thing. I haven't cosplayed in 10 years. Actually, more than that, but I want to get into cosplaying again and start going to conventions. Just me, a couple of buddies. If I actually do meet a couple of people there, or if there are people that are going, by all means, you can message me, let me know. It's going to be awesome. The closest one for me now is Connecticon. It's in Hartford, Connecticut. I will be debuting cosplaying again, and it's in a Ruby cosplay. I won't tell you what character, but I'll give you a hint. It's not gender bent, so you can figure that out. Because I've been holding off for that, but I'll get to that in a moment. There's going to be a bunch of the Sailor Scouts there. There's going to be a couple voice actors there. I know the voice of Pearl from Steven Universe is going to be there. I know Peridot was there last year. I couldn't make last year, unfortunately, but this year I'm going to do it. Right now, I'm just going to kind of give it to you like this, guys. I'm kind of in a bit of a financial hole at the moment. I'm not in debt or anything like that, but there's just certain things that got to happen. Right now, I got to fix my car. I think the struts are bad on it. I'm starting to feel every bump. It's hurting my back a little bit. And the cosplaying's not cheap, let's just be real. And then there's just some other things. I'm due for a skateboard, due for a pair of skate shoes. Those are put on hold right now. Just trying to get some smaller stuff out of the way before that. But luckily I paid some bills in advance, so it kind of helped me out a little bit. And I actually bet on a couple of horses, and that actually helped me out with gas money and stuff. So that's actually pretty good on my end. As far as stories go, you guys probably know this by now, but I'm finishing up Nova simply because as of right now, that is the story that has been going on, I think, the longest that hasn't been finished. Did I expect this to be mid-30 going into 40 chapters? No. Probably going to stop around 40-ish. But no, I did not expect that. These things just sort of happen. I don't have everything planned out start to finish from the get-go. It's usually I have a startup, then I have a little bit of middle plot, and then I'm like, okay, how do I end this, or how do I get towards the end? Misery, it had a beginning and end, but the middle was just play it by chapter to chapter. That's how things went, and it's cool seeing how it has gotten so big. I look at some of the stories, and I know Rias or My Pawn has 130 something. Akino's got 90. Mizure is pushing 90,000 views, and I wake up and I look at them like every couple of weeks, and I'm like, Jesus, like where did this happen? Where'd this go? Where'd this all happen? It's mind-boggling to me. It always will be. But I'm just a modest guy, you know. But as of tonight, today's May 8th. And I'm going to be writing a Koniko chapter tonight. It's really hard to pick which story to work on because, I mean, I tried to get some stuff off my list, but at the same time, I tried to do too much, and I'm like, crap, which one do I do? And that's where I'm stuck on. The sequels aren't much in demand, but I still love them and want to continue them. Then there's other projects I want to do, like Mia for Monster Izumi, Ravel, of course, Outer Mocha. I think right now the most requested stories I've got at the moment, like as of now that aren't released yet, it's got to be Ravel, Outer Mocha, and 3. I know Urza's one of them. Yeah, I think we got it covered. Asya. Typical. But I can't hate it. I can't. Let's see. Speed up a little bit. I'm on the freeway now, which helps a little bit. Not with road noise, but you know. I think the one that would be closest to done outside of Xenovia, it's really hard to tell, but Rias and Akino, that's meant to be a short story. It's kind of an in-between. If you take My Pawn and if you take Thunder Love and Priestess, think of like a mutual ground with a lot of training in between. So he'll be trained with Rias, he'll be trained with Akino, and they're going to try to seduce him. Which, me, it's actually, it's ironic because I'm very easily seduced. Fun fact, I'll admit it. I'm a little embarrassed about it, but I'll admit it. That's just how stuff rolls. But it is going to be a hilarious time. I don't think it will be harem, but it will be a good time. Let me tell you. As far as the sequels go, it's gonna get into kind of getting Little Raven's development, as well as what Milikis is like as a young adult, as well as going to the dating game. And then with Akino's sequel Voltage, we last left off with we got Rico and Raiden in the same bedroom together alone, and that's going to be very interesting. I've always been kind of skeptical with shipping children. I mean, my favorite one is probably Storm and Sky. Or not Storm and Sky, Jesus. Storm and Kami. Storm and Kami, I think, is the sweetest. Though Raiden and Rico could easily change my mind depending on what's going on. I got a lot on my hands to do as far as the writing category. There are some stories that are on hold at the moment. Unfortunately, there are some stories I can't wait to touch into, like Kokoa, Rosvisa. I'm not sure what's really going to go on. I think I'm trying to rotate with Xenovia, another chapter of something else, Xenovia and another chapter of a different story, just so I can finish it up as fast as I can. And I think everyone is really enjoying Love and Swing. But there are some other projects I do want to work on. I've mentioned Blood and Breath 2. There's Sassy Bird, which is Ravel. I don't know. I feel like it's not much of a challenge writing anymore. Simply because of my old job, I realize now that I was depressed. I was eating more than I should have. I wasn't happy with myself. I was tired all the time, fatigued, not a lot of energy, and just the soreness, I think, was the hardest part. I mean, I'm glad that my shoulder's a lot better now. But as far as I'm concerned, there was a lot of things I was weighing. It hasn't even been 90 days, but I've been weighing so much. It's like, I've lost a little bit of weight. Not that you could tell, but I have. It's just been thinking about, lifestyles, priorities, other expenses, bills, Lady Relentless coming home. Talking to somebody about my gambling. Some people think it's weird because, get this, right? If you lose a bet, they'll be like, oh, well, you shouldn't be gambling. If you win, ooh. If you win, you hear crickets. But it's just like, oh, are you a millionaire? No. Okay, then I don't give a shit. It's like, hey, I bet on horses not too long ago. I put $20 in. I got back $58.50. Crickets. Friggin' crickets. But it's how life goes. I'm wondering how the audio is actually going to be by the time I pull over and park my car and get to my house and see how things go from here. I'm hoping that's actually decent so I can actually upload this, but you never know. There's been some videos where I just ranted and didn't upload them. Class of Rel. Think before you upload. And this is my exit. Which is actually interesting because I knew that there was a chance that someone would be seeing me road rage if it's called for. I am in the tri-state area. There's not much worse than Connecticut drivers, unless if you're in New York or Jersey. Jersey's a freaking bomb of your shoe and armpit. Jersey is scum. There's a reason why New Yorkers will for you to be like, hey buddy, if I wanted that shit to happen, I'd move to Jersey. Oh, come on. Come on. You're killing me. Thank you much. And no blinker. Shocking. Man. It's pretty amazing how much actually goes into my mind. I'm actually scared to enter parts of it. And sometimes I ramble and forget that there's a camera in my face. Because it's just there for minutes and minutes. There's so much stuff in my head. There's the bump. I feel relaxed now. I've been in my car since 7 o'clock this morning. It's about 7:45 in the evening. I'm ready to just lay back. Though I will say this though, to continue back to that point. As far as my writing goes, it's come to my attention, and I didn't realize this until this is well after I started writing, but the fact that there's certain handfuls of people that actually use some of these stories as therapeutic escape. And what I mean by that is, I honestly didn't expect, a couple people to tell me that they feel better about themselves. I don't want to hurt people, or it helps their depression or whatever. It really just means a lot to me. This isn't just being a writer. This is just really as a person. I mean, guy to guy, guy to girl, whatever. It's just cool seeing how this is helping people, and this is really just have fun. I mean, there are some stories that do get personal. Some people know this, some people don't, but if you've read Misery and you've known about the dad being a drug dealer or whatever, you know that I have a couple family members that were in the drug business who I no longer talk to, and I basically disowned them. The only family that mattered to me, there's a couple that have a ring like this and a necklace like this, and I could probably count them on both hands, and that's about it. But to see that other people enjoy this just as much as I do writing it, it's not a job. It feels like just a relief, like a therapeutic relief. And there was a time where I did think that this writing thing was just was a job thing, but there's a lot of people that just put the fun back into it. And even though that I'm off of a long day of work and I had some errands to run afterwards, and I'm hitting the sack early because I'm exhausted, I honestly can't wait to finish this next chapter I'm working on and finish these stories, simply because I enjoy it. And the fact that all you guys, all these supporters, are just watching this right now, I feel great about myself. That's all thanks to you guys. And that's why you're the best. So, I hope that this was a nice thing to clean the air. Hopefully this is actually good enough to upload, and if it has, then well, you guys kind of heard from me, non-scripted, everything else, me just rambling. You kind of know it's a little bit in my head now. Y'all be good now. I got to clean up and such. Later.